Welcome to Jim's Coffee House. I'm Jim Mathis. The next few minutes, I'm going to play some old songs, some new songs, some Americana songs. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and sit back and enjoy it. Hope you do. We'll start off with some train songs. Back in the days of the steam locomotive, the trains only had a range of about 30 miles. They had to stop every 30 miles or so to take on water and sometimes coal. They built train stops all along the track, water towers. Those train stops soon became depots where they could unload and offload and load up with people and cargo and whatever they needed. And then they sold off the land around the depots and towns sprung up. And that's why there are towns about every 30 miles or so throughout the Midwest and the West. Because of the railroads, that's where they had to stop. And then after World War II, diesels came online, and they could go hundreds of miles without stopping. So if there wasn't a compelling reason to stop at all those little towns, they didn't do it. That's what this song is about. The song's by Guy Clark, and according to his autobiography, this is an actual account of what actually happened, best as he can remember, complete with names and everything, from Texas, 1947. Now, being 6 years old, I had seen trains before, so it's hard to figure out what I am at the depot for. Trains are big and black and smoking steam, screaming at the wheels, bigger than anything there is, at least that's the way it feels. Trains are big and black and smoking, louder than July 4th, but everybody's acting like this might be something more than just picking up the mail. Soldiers from the war, or something even old man Wyoming never seen before. It's a late afternoon on a hot Texas day. Something strange is going on, and we's all in the way. There's 50, 60 people sitting on their cars. The old men left their dominoes and came down from the bars. And everybody's checking. Old Jack Kettrell checked his watch, and his kids put our ears on the rails to hear them pop. So we'd already known when they finally said train time, you would have thought that Jesus Christ himself was coming down that line. 'Cause things got real quiet. Mama jerked me back, but not before I had a chance to put a nickel on that track. Well, look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. She's big and red and silver, she don't make no smoke, and she's a fast rolling streamline, just come to show the folks. Yeah, look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. She didn't even stop. She left 50, 60 people sitting on their cars and wondering where it's coming from and how it got that far. And me, I got a nickel smashed flatter than a dime by a fast rolling runaway red and silver streamline train. Look, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. She's big and red and silver, she don't make no smoke, she's a fast rolling streamline, just come to show the folks. Yeah, look out, here she comes, she's coming. Look out, there she goes, she's gone. Screaming straight through Texas like a mad dog cyclone. Of course, switching from steam to diesel wasn't the only reason trains stopped going. Sometimes they just didn't have anything to carry. There's a train called the L&N, Louisville and Nashville, ran through western Kentucky, carrying coal north out of the coal mines of Kentucky to Chicago, and then south down to New Orleans and Atlanta, places south. Did that until they ran out of coal. Coal mines were all mined out. A few years ago, we were at the L&N Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and kind of heard about that. And not far from there is the National Corvette Museum, where they have not far from the Corvette factory, and there are a lot of beautiful Corvettes in there. And a few years ago, the floor fell out of the museum, and dozens of beautiful, expensive Corvettes fell into the abandoned coal mine underneath. It's a real deal. So that's a song. That's a song about the L&N, Louisville, Nashville. Now when I was a curly-headed baby, my daddy set me down on his knee. He said, son, you go to school and you'll dust. Don't you be a dusty miner boy like me. Don't you be a dusty miner boy like me. I was born and raised in the mouth of Hazard Hollow, where the coal cars rumble past my door. Now they stand a rusty roll all empty, 'cause the L&N don't stop here anymore. No, the L&N don't stop here anymore. I used to think my daddy was a black man with script enough to buy the company store, but now he goes to town with empty pockets, and his face is white as a February snow. I was born and raised in the mouth of Hazard Hollow, where the coal cars rumble past my door. And now they stand and roll all empty, 'cause the L&N don't stop here anymore. No, the L&N don't stop here anymore. Last night I dreamed I went down to the coal yard to draw my payday like I did before. But those kudzu vines were growing through the doorway, and the weeds and grass were growing right through the floor. I was born and raised in the mouth of Hazard Hollow, where the coal cars rumble past my door. And now they stand a rusty roll all empty, 'cause the L&N don't stop here anymore. No, the L&N don't stop here anymore. Well, I never thought I'd live and love the coal dust, and I never thought I'd hear those tumbles roar. And now I wish the grass would turn to money, and those greenbacks would fill my pockets once more. I was born and raised in the mouth of Hazard Hollow, where the coal cars rumble past my door. And now they stand a rusty roll all empty, 'cause the L&N don't stop here anymore. No, the L&N don't stop here anymore. No, the L&N don't stop here anymore. I'm a member of the International Western Music Association and also happen to be the secretary of the Kansas chapter. So I kind of figured we needed more songs about Kansas, so I started looking around and trying to find some Kansas songs to represent my state at the Western music shows. Really, there aren't really all that many. I wrote How Kansas Gave Texas a Boot, and there's a couple more, but so I decided to take it on myself to write some Kansas songs. And this song is about the favorite pastime of most Kansans I know. And that's thinking about Colorado. I was born in Kansas. The prairie is my home. I love that big blue Kansas sky. I love the Kansas sunflowers that grow so very high, but I still get Colorado on my mind. Yeah, I get Colorado on my mind. Yeah, those flying W Wranglers see the peaks reach the sky, from Boulder up to Breckenridge and down to Telluride. I get Colorado on my mind. My heart begins to race when I hit that interstate, and I'll know I'll soon be breathing mountain air. I point my pony west, 'cause the west is the best when I get Colorado on my mind. Yeah, I get Colorado on my mind. Yeah, those flying W Wranglers see the peaks reach the sky. From Boulder up to Breckenridge and down to Telluride, I get Colorado on my mind. Back home in Kansas is where I spend my time. That's where I live and I will surely die. I love those golden wheat fields and the corn that grows so high, but I still get Colorado on my mind. Yeah, I get Colorado on my mind. Yeah, those flying W Wranglers see the peaks reach the sky. From Boulder up to Breckenridge and down to Telluride, I get Colorado on my mind. I get Colorado on my mind. I sure get Colorado on my mind. My guest today is David Cedillo. David and I have been good friends for a very long time. He's a very creative guy, does all kinds of things, an artist and songwriter. He always has some great original songs. I know you're going to enjoy them. Here's Dave.
The genesis of this song came from multiple trips across the desert with my family, my mom and my dad and me and my sister in a 74 Dodge Dart Swinger. And we would take 2.5 days to get from the greater Los Angeles area to the Missouri Ozarks. And inevitably, we'd be driving in the middle of the night and the song El Paso by Marty Robbins would come on our little AM radio. And we'd heard it so many times that we all sang it together, and so that's what this song is about. The miles stretch the highway like a rubber band. Looking out my window, and there's only sand. Are we there yet? Marty Robbins sings on the radio out in the West Texas town of El Paso. Albuquerque shimmers like a newborn child. It's the only city you can see for miles. Are we there yet? Marty Robbins still on the radio out in the West Texas town of El Paso. And everybody knows the words and how we got the girl, even though it cost his life. This happens to me every time I hit the road. My imagination always goes out to the desert. I wasn't even 10 when I heard that song, and my family would sing along. All my friends tell me that I live in the past, but it feels so close behind me that I don't even ask if it's over. And I hear Marty Robbins still on the radio out in the West Texas town of El Paso. And everybody knows the words and how we got the girl. Even though it cost his life, he died for Felina. She had eyes as black as night. He died for Felina in El Paso.